Sunday. Hi, we're here.
Yay.
We're trying to pull it together.
Is it Monday? No.
It is Freak Show Friday, and that's the truth. But things are working. The bells are going. The hamster is on the wheel for Sunny TV today. You beautiful humans, welcome, welcome, welcome. We are here. The coffee's strong. The stories are stronger, and the vibe is always set to main character energy. Shimma buckaroo boo. If you're looking for a little joy, a lot of chaos, and a whole lot of community love, you've landed exactly where you're supposed to be today. This show is stacked with a brunch from the soul. Yes, and we are about to cook and eat all our way through. That makes no sense, but we'll get through it. We've got heart, we've got humor, we've got history, and yes, the absolute nonsense in the best way. Before we unpack all of these stories and the TLDR, we got to say hello to the queen of the sunny snack scene. Mel, what's on the sunny sundial today?
Just pushing some buttons. I'm so good at pushing people's
Yeah,
buttons.
you're the best button pusher ever. B students.
Yes. Hey, I'll take it. B is for yeah.
Right, God bless.
All right, so we are serving today. We've got a full community roundup with all the campus events happening around the town. From strawberry socials to immersive Black history tours.
Okay.
Plus some seriously uplifting local and national stories that are going to hit you right in the feels. Like this.
Wow.
And it's Friday, so you know who's here. Ixiim.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Sunnies. And poor Vicky, she says our local news is all abuzz about the coming freeze. Oh.
I know. It's a big hot topic.
It's a hot topic. And, you know, it's cold here this morning. We all have our jackets, but look, we're all wearing T-shirts underneath because Florida is Floridaing in all the best ways. It's going to be 70 when we leave here this morning.
I know.
So
It's going to be like shorts weather.
But today on my Inspo with Ixiim segment, we're going to talk about tiny thoughts that will spark big glow-ups. We're talking mindset shifts, soft power moves, soul snacks, and, you know, Mel likes her snacks.
Yes.
And those gentle reminders your spirit didn't even know it needed. This is your deep breath moment, Sunnies.
And then you can fasten your heart rate up to sunshine shenanigans because I've got a romance that quite literally went up in flames with barbecue.
Oh.
Yeah.
What? I can't wait to hear this.
What? With barbecue. But before that, we've got more inspiration, more community stories, and a few surprises that'll leave your heart fuller and your outlook brighter.
Plus, we're diving into some powerful local and national news that reminds us just how incredible people can be and why living here is something really special.
Gosh, we really need more stories like that. I'm excited for that. We're talking food history, some cultural moments, and we're peppering in some community conversations, a little chaos, and always a lot of balance.
I love a little chaos.
Because life is meant to be felt and not rushed.
Yeah.
And stories are meant to be shared.
All right, so grab your coffee, text your group chat to come on into Sunny TV, and cancel your productivity for the next little while as we settle into this. Because it's always fierce.
It's fresh. It's Sunny TV.
And now a quick word from our title sponsors, the Bailey Group, which we'll see today at the Ribbon Cutting West King Community Hospital. Very excited. And Steve Chapman's All-American Air. Be ready for anything with the Bailey Group, an NFP company. Life is full of unexpected moments. Whether it's securing your family's future, protecting your business, or planning for individual wealth, the Bailey Group is here to guide you every single step of the way. Since 1954, the Bailey Group has been a trusted cornerstone of the St. Augustine community. Under the leadership of President Mark Bailey, they've grown from a local agency into a nationally recognized firm, offering tailored solutions for individuals, families, and businesses, with a focus on individual health and life insurance, Medicare solutions, group insurance, and property and casualty commercial coverage. The Bailey Group combines cutting-edge technology, strategic partnerships, and personalized service to deliver the peace of mind you deserve. Give them a call today, 904-461-1800.
Hi, I'm Steve Chapman, owner of All American Air Conditioning and Heating. For over 40 years, we've been serving St. Augustine and the surrounding areas. We're the largest HVAC dealer in St. Johns County, providing high-quality service and products. With courteous technicians responding to your HVAC needs, our expertise will give you confidence in your investment. Family-owned All-American Air Conditioning, voted Best of St. Augustine for more than 20 years running.
So I've got some tea
Ooh.
Yeah?
from Spice and Tea, new today.
Well,
Oh,
flavor
that
it
kind of
says.
tea. I thought you were gonna.
Oh, you mean like I
Davey
was
gonna
spilling the
spill
tea? Well, I can. I always kind of spill the tea with Spice and Tea, baby.
Yes.
Okay. Today we are enjoying pumpkin cake herbal tea
Wait,
today.
let me smell this.
I'm going to tell you, it's not very, pumpkin, because that can be
I'm
like
not
a
a big
fall
pumpkin
thing.
Yeah.
flavor.
This is wonderful. I'm telling you, it's very
Wait.
refreshing, right? It's not like so pumpkin-y,
I
like,
don't even smell pumpkin.
right? It's
Hand
almost
it to
like,
Ixiim.
I want to smell this
It's
because
like
I
a
actually
s-
like pumpkin. Pumpkin is my favorite pie.
No.
I am that person.
you are that person. I've always
I
wanted
am-
to meet
Yes,
you.
I'm here, the one.
The
She-
one
I-
pumpkin pie aficionado. What makes a good pumpkin pie?
I just love. So I'm not a double crust person. I like a pie with just a little bit of crust.
Okay.
And I like all the filling. And pumpkin has the best filling to like.
It's mushy, though.
Not if you make it right. The other one of my favorite
I
pies
love that. Not if you make it right.
is a strawberry pie. Have you ever had a
I
strawberry
do like
pie?
a strawberry
Strawberry
pie.
rhubarb.
Oh my! I just like a strawberry pie. There's a place in the Bay Area in California called Nations. Used to have these strawberry pies that were just like mounds of strawberry.
Yes, I
That's
own
what I'm
it.
talking about.
I own that place.
Like, no, you
so
don't.
Ooh, this is good.
It smells good. Like,
Wait a minute. There's
Shimmabuckaroo.
like other stuff. Citrus.
it makes you want to like eat it. It smells like dried fruit.
Oh,
Like
look
apricots.
at there is dried fruit. There's dried
I
citrus
smell
in here.
apricot in there
I'm
more.
telling you, nothing better than Spice and Tea Exchange. Get down there and go see Spicy and say, hey, girl, hey.
You know what's better?
Oh.
My weather report.
You
not
have
you guys.
a lot of
Let's hear
explaining
it.
to do.
Here we go.
Explain
So,
yourself.
let me tell you
That's
something
good.
about this weather real quick.
Bring it.
This weather has been weathering, and it has been completely disrespectful to the state of Florida.
Rude.
Yeah, it's going to time out because you know what? Today it's going to be a high of 70.
Yeah.
Really? Where was this last week?
Right.
And the wind. I'm done with the wind.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that's enough. Because
Done with the
if I
wind.
blow my
You're
hair
gone with the wind.
So all I have to say is these ice and snowstorms that are going to be happening up north, you need to come down and get your stepchildren because they are misbehaving and they are running away.
Sick and tired.
That is fern.
Grounded.
That's fern. It's Winter
Yep.
Storm fern.
Winter Storm Fern,
Fern,
you're
come get your
fired.
sale.
Fern Gully. And that's all I got. Stay warm, friends.
Stay warm.
That's all I got for
Fern.
weather.
I'm sure you have some jokes for Vicky.
Oh, I do. You want me to do it
yeah.
now?
Mm.
Okay. Let me go over here. I got to go to the other.
gotta get a moment.
My trackpad's not working.
Oh, then we can pick
All
it
right,
over.
here we
It's not
go.
a touch screen, Bill.
It's not a touch screen. Do you want to hear a pizza joke?
Yeah.
Sure.
Nah, it's too cheesy.
Oh my gosh.
What did the buffalo say when his son left?
Eat.
Bison.
Oh,
Like
bison.
bison.
cute.
Bison.
One more.
Oh, okay.
What do you call a cold dog?
Mm.
A chili dog.
Oh.
Vicky, that's for you. And now, time for your favorite segment of the week.
My joke. What is 6 inches long and
No.
has 2 nuts?
We're not doing that joke.
Almond Joy.
Oh my God.
It's the truth. It's a candy bar.
Wah,
What?
wah,
Well,
wah.
These are the kind of jokes I like. I like dirty
He
jokes.
does.
I don't care.
You guys, the other night, David started sending me texts. It's like, hey, Mel. And it's these jokes. And I'm like, and
Yeah.
you're fired and you're done now. I said, stop, get off the internet. And then he's like, okay, one more.
Hey, Mel.
Hey, Mel. 30 minutes later, hey, Mel, this went on for 25 minutes.
Hey, Mel.
No.
How do you get
Mel's not here.
How do you get a smoking hot body if you're a senior citizen?
No, don't do that.
I'll tell you after the show.
Oh,
All
my
right,
God.
local
Oh,
music
my.
report. Strum it, drum it, hum it down, Sonnies. It's time for the local
Oh, my
music
God,
report.
we're having connection issues.
to make
Oh,
to make you
no.
proud on this Friday, January 23. We got John Q with the Milltop Tavern at 12:30. Brett Blackshear at Backyard Island Cafe at Meehan's at 1. Tony Scazzaro at La Cocina upstairs at 1. Mike Cook at Guy Harvey Resort 5 o'clock. Not Quite Dead. That's a great band name.
Oh my God.
Not Quite Dead.
That's
Not,
me.
They're playing at Funkadelic at 6. Wes Register, hey, you got to go check him out. He's awesome. He's playing at Mellow Mushroom, but up in St. John's at 6 o'clock. Bad Dog Mama at PK at 6. Jeremy Price at V Pizza at 6 o'clock. Cassidy Lee, Pierre's Pub. Ooh, Circus is playing tonight at Colonial Oak Music Park.
Jim went to Colonial Oak last night and heard a really good band. It was like,
Aurora Waves.
yes.
Yes.
And this morning he got up and he was like, that band was awesome.
Oh, good.
Molly was there last night, so I saw
I'm
some
telling you.
He didn't take any pictures. though.
Colonial Oak Music Park does the
yeah,
most over there.
they
Really,
do.
really good. Sean Ryan. Hey, Sean. Sean Ryan is playing at Meehan's Irish Pub at 7.
Good
Cholula
Irish.
Mellow Mushroom Mirabella, 7
Shake your
o'clock
booty.
p.m. Hudson Vance, River and Fort at 7 o'clock. Contact Buzz is playing at Arnold's at 7. The Nick Moss Band, Cafe 11, 8 o'clock p.m. Must be a family name. Shadow Grass.
Well, that's kind of a fun name.
Wow, at Ponte Vedra Concert Hall, Shadow Grass, 8 o'clock p.m. And then finishing out tonight is at PK at 10 o'clock is the Few Fellas Brass Band.
But why did the Scarecrow win an award?
Wang.
Because he was outstanding in his field.
Oh, I have some great expectations for those jokes.
That was a good one.
People are looking for a company. I want people to have great expectations. We are a small family-owned brokerage. What that means is you get really personalized service and everything is very hands-on. You're not just getting tossed onto the MLS and crossing our fingers. We're very aggressive with our marketing. We're excellent with communication. We have a lot of amazing relationships in the community, so you're getting the advantages of all of those things.
It's not a touch screen.
I get these my jokes. So there's a TikTok I follow of this young man that he sits down at dinner every night with his mom, who's an older, seasoned lady, and he says, "Hey, Mom," and he tells all these jokes, and she's like, "Oh my God, Brian!" And it's just like literally, yeah.
Of course, his name would be Brian.
So inappropriate, so funny.
I need to follow that.
No, yeah, we'll send it to you. But what is appropriate right now is our Fierce and Frisky Friday with Inspo with Ixiim.
Yes.
We're going to be talking about the art of slowing down, widening your aperture, and really finding the inspiration. But it really does take some steps of change, right?
Yes.
All right, so let's get into it.
Absolutely. And first off, I have to say, so I'm wearing yellow today for a very specific reason. Well, I guess two. One of them, it's one of my favorite colors. My cousin, who's often here in the comments, Maya, if you're in there today.
Her little thing is yellow.
Yeah, hers is yellow. So yellow, I think, is a very happy color. It's very uplifting. We talked about color theory before and how adding certain colors in your life can change your mood. It can change how you feel. And today I felt like we really needed some yellow in the world because it just felt really heavy. And so we're going to talk about little things similar to that, choosing what you're wearing today.
Susan says I look like an alcoholic when I wear yellow. She does. She says,
Maybe a different
It's yellow and green. She doesn't like you in yellow and green.
It just doesn't look good on you, David.
That
So
voice.
just find the right tone.
Okay.
Because there's there's a cool yellow,
feel like
there's a warmer
marigold
yellow.
for
Yeah,
him.
see, this is like a mustard
See,
yellow. This
I
could look good on you.
want to love mustard yellow so much because I love the color.
I think it could look great on you.
It does not look good on me.
I
It just
feel like
it
it would
literally
too.
does. It falls. My mom is right. It falls flat on me. But maybe a bright yellow could work. I don't know.
yeah.
If I'm
Maybe.
super tan,
Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're pretty tan right now. I don't know.
tan light.
That's
Well,
that
maybe
bottle.
you can't wear the yellow, but you can add the other. So the other reason I'm wearing yellow today is the start of a celebration called Basant Panchami. So for all of our Hindu
I
friends,
don't want to punch you.
I know, don't punch me. For all of our Hindu friends, it's the first of their spring festivals, and today honors the goddess Saraswati, who is the goddess of knowledge and wisdom. And today, her color is yellow. So people that are Hindu or who are celebrating the day will often wear yellow, or they'll put yellow flowers in their house, or they'll add elements of yellow. It's a celebration of the power of knowledge over ignorance,
Ooh,
which I
where's
also
she
thought
been?
was, I know.
She been sleeping, honey.
Also
Let's
felt
wake
was
up the bus
very
here. Yeah.
fitting. And so, other ways people celebrate, they often will do readings today. Children will take special classes today. But it's a whole celebration about wisdom and knowledge, and it's a very happy, uplifting holiday, which I also felt since we're talking about these types of practices today. It's also the start of their 40-day festival that leads up to, or 40 days prior to their big Holi festival. And a lot of people are probably more familiar with Holi. You've seen pictures of people wearing all white, and they throw these colors at each other, and that is their spring festival in the Hindu culture. So today is the first of that 40 days, and the color that starts the whole season is yellow because it's such a happy, uplifting color and represents wisdom and light. So I felt like today was a super fitting day to wear
Yes.
some yellow because I needed some wisdom and light today too. Let's be honest.
Congratulations
Yes.
on the yellow. Must be nice to be able to wear
I look
yellow.
great in every color, Davey. So I don't have that
Exactly.
And you
problem.
know what, Ixiim, I
She
will tell you,
does.
you are not wrong.
She is not wrong.
You look
literally.
in your opinion, is there a color that you do not like on you? Everybody has a color they don't like on them.
Mine's yellow
Well,
or orange.
like, Yeah, I mean, I'll wear olive green. I just don't feel like it does a lot for me.
I think that does good on you. I have never seen you.
I'll wear it. I
in a
have
bad
some
color.
olive green, but
Yeah.
I'm very olive as it is, so I feel like olive green makes me look even more olive. But I'll still wear it because I
Yeah.
don't care. Like I just don't care. I will wear every color. Like I just have no problem wearing
Celebration of life.
it. Exactly.
She's gonna do all the colors. Like, what was that company, United Colors of Benetton?
Yeah,
Benetton,
they're
yeah.
back.
Benetton.
They're
They're back?
actually back. They're coming back with a vengeance.
I used
Remember
to
Watch
love that
Watch
store.
is back too.
And do you remember those bags, the Benetton bags?
Yes.
Those are coming back now too. So I'm telling
Get
you,
it.
it's all
Love
coming
that.
back. It's all
Yeah.
coming back. So back to today, what we're going to talk about is a little bit about ways that we can make small changes in our days and our lives to either change our mood, our spirit, our energy, and to maybe just do little tiny shifts. Because, we are in the month of January, which is often the time people are in their resolutions
Why-
or they've fallen off their resolutions.
Ixiim, why is the month of January like 13 years long?
It feels so long, right? It feels really long, but also feels really fast, which
Yeah,
is
weird.
I don't know how that works.
That's
but
honestly the modern era nowadays. I mean,
Right?
it really, honestly,
Right.
everything is. We always say like, "Oh, this month takes so long." It actually takes the same. I think it's just as much energy as you're putting into it,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
sometimes it can get exhausting. Which is really cool. What you're talking about, making these micro changes.
Micro changes, because let's be real, like when times are tough, and times are not easy right now. We're gonna be real frank. Times are not easy. There's a lot of emotional baggage or emotional weight that a lot of us are carrying right now. So what are some micro things that we can do to balance that overwhelm? Because right now things may seem heavy. You may have a lot on your plate at work, at school, with your family, just in general, just in the communities we all live. You might be feeling this massive sense of overwhelm. Maybe your stress is high. Maybe you're feeling kind of stuck in a rut because you don't even know where to begin. And I think that's the biggest challenge. People feel like they have to solve everything or make these massive changes overnight. And that's really, I don't want to say impossible, but that is monumentally difficult. And the easiest thing to do is to take simple, small steps, one little action that you can do in your life, in your day, to make a difference for yourself. And these can be simple little things. Like, for example, years ago when I knew that I wanted to make a commitment to being healthier, and I'm a pretty healthy person, but I wanted to make sure that I never miss a reason to work out. That's when I started laying out my clothes the night before. So I would always have no excuse in the morning, because if you don't plan ahead, I always feel like something will waylay you. So I started laying out my clothes the night before. I would think about what I was going to do the next day for my workout. I would kind of mentally prepare for it, so that in the morning I didn't feel stressed, rushed, or I didn't feel like, oh, I don't know, I've got other things to do. Because if we allow chaos to seep in, chaos will seep in.
I gotta say, that's one of my favorite things too. Is I do things that I say to myself, do something that your future self will thank you for.
Yeah.
Because it's really the truth. I love to try to get ahead of my game all the time, and then when the dominoes fall, that's the
Yeah.
game I'm playing in life right now.
Absolutely. And there's a lot of little things. Like, you guys always see our water bottles. We have a million of these, right? I made a concerted effort years ago. I was going through some serious health issues, and I remember my doctor said, one of the best things you can do aside from all the other things, make sure your diet is clean, but just make sure you're getting enough water each day. It'll help flush your systems. And I thought, okay, well, how do I do that? And so I found a gallon jug, a refillable gallon jug, and I fill it every night, so that the next day I have that gallon and it's staring at me.
Yeah.
By the end of the night, I have to finish this thing. I refill this from that gallon. But it's like a simple little reminder that I put out there that I knew was good for me. It's a simple little step. There are little tiny things we can do in our own lives. They don't have to be massive overhauls, but small steps, small things. Maybe it's for you, maybe you need a bit of fresh air. We talked about this before about grounding rituals. Maybe starting your day, going outside for 2 minutes while you take your first sips of coffee or tea or water, but just doing something that feels good for you. That's a huge thing. And I think we allow the external noise to often seep in on those things. And a lot of people also feel guilty for doing things for themselves. They feel like they have to be...
It's selfish.
Yeah, it's selfish,
And
or they
also,
feel
too,
unproductive. I have to be doing all these things all the time.
That's a huge thing right now.
Self-care is not selfish. I want to make that clear. Taking care of yourself is not selfish, because you have to take care of all the other people in life. Who's going to take care of you, boo? You.
Right.
Absolutely. It's that old analogy, when you're on a plane, you put your mask on first, because you won't be good to
True.
anybody
Yeah.
else if you weren't alive. So similarly, taking time for yourself, that is not selfish at all. That is just wise. And we have been sucked into this culture where we have to be every single minute of the day, we have to be productive. And if we're
Yeah.
not productive, we feel like we have let someone else down, let ourselves down.
You're being
We feel
lazy.
we're being lazy. And there is no other like, you go to other countries where rest is encouraged. Like, you think about a lot
They
of Europe.
prioritize.
They have siestas.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm going there.
I'm intentionally allowed to take a 2-3 hour break in the middle of the day and
It
actually
is
like
so
take
healthy.
a nap.
It's so healthy to do that. Yeah.
Or like in most of Europe, they take the entire month of August off, and the countries still operate.
Right.
Like people are
Yeah.
still functioning, but everyone takes a month off and just goes and relaxes and actually enjoys their vacation. Like, what?
You come back more productive.
You do. So somehow we have gotten in our culture here very sucked into the fact that we must always be doing, we must always be producing, we must always be, checking things off a list. And sometimes there doesn't need to be a list.
No, I agree.
Sometimes it's okay to just take a pause, to choose a day to not do anything. And I tell you, like on Sundays, I'll be super honest, I intentionally sleep in and I will lay in my bed and I'll maybe read a book and I'll just do nothing and I'll just tell Phil, I'm just going to be lazy. And he says, you deserve it. It's okay.
Yeah.
You do deserve it. And
Yeah.
I think people need to realize that. You can't let perfection be the enemy of good.
Yeah.
Being good is great because there's still room for growth and progress. We are so obsessed with being perfect all the time. And those imperfections are actually what make you who you are.
Absolutely.
Those are what needs to be celebrated. I want to go back to the water situation too, because I hear a lot of people are talking about that energy. I just don't have the energy in the morning. I feel drained already. I think one great micro tip that I could give people is chug a glass of water.
Yeah.
The first freaking thing you do in the morning, chug water before that coffee. Literally, watch your energy change. It's my secret, what I do every morning. I chug water and then I have the coffee.
It also
It
lowers your
is-
risk of cardiac arrest.
Love that. Yeah.
I chug a glass of water, and it's warm water. I actually warm mine up to like 150 degrees with a whole lemon.
Oh,
Like a
wow.
squeeze.
Oh, you
Okay,
do
yeah.
That is
Okay.
so good for all your internal systems.
Absolutely.
But even if you don't want to go all that route, because I'm a little complicated.
Yeah, be a B
just-
student like me. You can just do room tests.
Or
Yeah.
be a C student like me.
And don't
Just
know,
one-
you don't do it.
I
But
do.
it's a good point because we have a lot of friends. I'm 48. We have a lot of friends whose parents have recently had health issues, and I kid you not, down to the one. In the last year, every single parent of a friend of ours who's ended up in a hospital, a lot of it has been triggered by dehydration.
Yeah.
That people forget to drink water, especially as we age. I don't know
Yeah.
because it's bladder issues and we don't want to use the restroom, but it's so great for so many systems in your body and it wakes them up. So that
That's
is a
true.
very good, very simple tip that we can all do. It's not anything monumental, right?
Right.
But it's just adding these little shifts. There was a book I read years ago called Atomic Habits. I don't know if anybody else has read
I've
it.
read
read
that.
that.
That's great.
Right?
Yeah.
It's been a long
Habits,
time
it's-
since I've read it, but it was
'cause
awesome. I remember
It
it.
was fantastic. And it talks about just little tiny things that you can do to change either your mind, to change just one aspect of your life. Like, for example, when I brush my teeth, I'm either usually doing squats or leg lifts. Like, I know that sounds silly, but I'm going to be standing
girl,
there
that's why your
brushing
legs
my
look
teeth for 2
unbelievable.
minutes, so I may as well like do something else. And he was in the book, he talks about how every time he'd go use the restroom, he'd do 10 push-ups against a wall. And it just got him to a point where no matter where
While he was on the
is-
toilet?
No, after.
Okay, I'm just
So-
saying.
I'm over. Like, listen, I'm over here. Like, how's he doing that?
Yeah, I'm like sitting there just.
And then I'm going, oh, but he stands up to pee.
Yeah.
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 Well, yeah.
But he said he had wanted to get to a point where he could do more, and so he just thought like it was a really easy way to like increase his upper body strength. So they were like little things he talks about, and it's called habit stacking. It's the concept of like stack one habit on top of another. While you're doing something you always have to do as it is, may as well add something else in at the same time. So it's finding ways not to necessarily shift your life, but to add tiny little steps that can improve your health, your wellness, your well-being, your mental space, any of that. So just tiny little things. Doesn't have to be monumental. So that's kind of like one of the big things that we talk about this a lot, like amongst ourselves. Like, what are little things we can do?
Don't sleep with your phone.
Don't
That's
sleep
another
with your
one.
phone. My phone is not my alarm.
Nope, it's in another
It's-
room.
Yeah, it's plugged in
Mine
my
is my
bathroom.
alarm, but-
I have a thermal alarm, and let me tell you, that has been a game
Is that the one
changer.
that does the light, gradual light?
So that's a light alarm, but because Phil's kind of light sensitive, I have a thermal alarm. It's actually something you put on your bed, and it changes the temperature of the bed on my side of the bed. So it doesn't change where Phil's sleeping, but it changes the temperature of my side of the bed, so it gradually gets really warm,
Oh.
and that wakes me up.
Yeah.
But like so, and you wake up in such a gentle way because there's no like blaring
Interesting.
sound, there's no light. It's a very gentle way to wake up, and it doesn't like shoot from here to there temperature wise. It kind of does this gradual increase, so it starts waking your body up.
That's awesome.
So-
I have a very fancy alarm called Two Pit Bulls,
Yes.
who are on a timer, and they will let me know if I'm over that timer. Nicely.
Yeah,
A lot of licking. God sakes.
But you know, so it's like little shifts like that have made a huge difference in my life. I know we talk about this amongst ourselves, like little things that we can each do to protect our own spirit and our own space right now. Like, what can we do to make sure that we are not absorbing all of the chaos of what else is out there?
Yep.
And you know, some of that is just giving yourself permission to take those pauses, like we talked about. Take a rest day. Take a day. Do nothing.
Yep.
Like literally, just be okay with doing nothing, and don't feel bad. Like, you know, I get invited to go to things all the time, and I remember years ago I used to feel really bad saying no, like, oh, but someone
I
chose
like
to
saying
include
no.
me, and now it's like, no, I'm not going to go because I promised myself I would stay home. Like, I just was looking forward to staying home. You
Yeah.
don't have to feel bad about it. Like, it's just you recognize where your energy. When sometimes you just need to keep your energy tight and you need to hold yourself, you need to rejuvenate before you can give to a lot of others.
But I also think that you need to do like an audit, like an energy check audit, to
Yeah.
make sure you understand like what is actually where are you spending most of your time in your life and what's draining you, and then you
Yes.
can find a good balance. Because sometimes the things that are draining, like, could be a job, you still have to do it, right?
Yeah, it's true.
So, but you got to find these new nuances to be able to make it more efficient.
Absolutely. And I think when we feel those sensations, when you start to feel your shoulders tense up, or maybe you feel a tightness in your chest, or maybe you get that sense of like dread or unease that kind of sits in your body, those are your body's signals that something isn't right, that something isn't sitting well with you. I remember back in the day when I was one of my family therapists was talking about how those feelings are like signals on a car's dashboard, right?
Right.
So-
Check
Oh,
engine.
damn.
Check engine light, all those little lights, those are indicators
David,
that
your
something
oil
is
needs
happening.
to be changed.
Yes. And she said, you know, people often shy away from feelings of anxiety and stress and sadness and anger and grief, but they are the indicators on your car's dashboard. They're there to tell you, like, hey, pay attention. Something is happening here. So take the pause and realize, what is it about this situation that's like lowering my energy? If you go see some friends, for example, and you leave that experience feeling mentally drained,
That's not a good group.
that's not a good group of people to be around. But maybe they're your friends you've been around for a while, and you don't want to just say, I'm done with you.
You can take
but
a
maybe you learn to kind of protect your energy. You don't go as often. You just go for a set time.
I call it a reframe.
Yeah, just reframe it. You don't have to necessarily, like, I wouldn't say throw away your friends. Unless the energy they're giving you is intentionally negative
Toxic.
energy. We all have those people in our lives who've been toxic, right? And there's a time and a place where you can just say, it's okay, I've outgrown this.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you have to be mean about it. There's just a way to bow out gracefully and say, I'm protecting my own energy right now. And this is, I think it's run its course. And that's completely okay. You don't have to stay in something that's not a good situation for you.
No.
You mentioned work as well. And I remember when I used to coach big teams, one of the things I would talk with them about when I'd first have them on my team is about how they feel throughout the day. When are they at their highest energy and when are they at their lowest? And whatever that was when they were at their highest energy, I would tell them that's the time that they need to do that thing that was really on that list that they had to get done, but they didn't really want to get done, but they knew they needed it. That was when you have that strength, that's when you can approach those tasks. When your energy is low and then you try to do something
It's
that
not
is
gonna work.
already, no, it's not going to work. You're just going to struggle through it. You're going to feel horrible.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
going to feel worse than when you started. So go into those tasks that you all have to do, taxes, I don't know. Then start to do them when you feel like you have that strength to get through things. But those are just like some little tips. I know we
You
have.
got to know when to hold them.
know when to fold them.
Know when to
fold
walk
'em,
away.
Know when to walk away.
Very
Be
important.
okay
Kenny
taking
Rogers.
Yeah, be okay taking breaks for yourself and find little ways to give yourself grace every single day.
I love that.
Yes.
And you're grounding yourself in rituals. I think that's also important too.
Absolutely.
I'm an endurance athlete. I love consistency. I love rolling into the next and knowing what to expect. But sometimes, Ixiim, planning for the future can get overwhelming.
Yes.
And so, like, how do you find yourself with and navigate through those waters of, yeah, you said the word taxes. I mean, this is the time of the season that we're all kind of starting to
Ugh.
get through it.
Yeah.
But like, how do you navigate through those projects and not be a procrastinator, but still be proactive?
I'm a huge person for lists. I think if you write down
like
everything
to
you need
cross
to
them
do,
off.
yeah. And I think there's something just innately, like as humans, we like to see what's ahead of us. When you write down a list, you take it off of your mind and you put it there. It's the same way when you have thoughts that you need to like just get out.
Yeah.
There's something to actually writing them on paper. So when you have big tasks, especially, this is often how I project manage as well. I will do a laundry list of all the tasks that are on there. It may seem like a lot, but at least you've gotten it out of your head so your mind isn't stressing over it, and then you can start to take them in chunks. You don't have to do it all at once. There's also a process called chunking where you just take a chunk of things. Don't do it all. You don't have to complete everything right now. Just make progress. Progress is what matters.
That's true.
Not perfection, not getting it all done in one sitting. Progress.
I say that to the kids at the gym all the time, like when they're working through tumbling specifically. And I'm like, listen, it doesn't have to be perfect right now. Get the confidence, throw it. Let's take little baby steps. And the more you do it, the more confident you are, it will get there.
Yeah, but
Absolutely.
you say it in that tone.
I do.
You do not say it in that
will
tone.
tell you.
You say it aggressively.
No, I don't.
Oh, those poor kids.
I will say one of my specialties, you learn your strengths as a coach, and I didn't realize it when I was younger. One of my strengths as a coach that I'm actually very good at, and I'm confident saying I'm good at it, when a kid is having like mental blocks on their tumbling, I am very good at helping them through it. I don't know what it is. It's just, and I love it. I love seeing it, that like wall come down.
You could have been a midwife.
And
Oh no.
see,
Well, I
what
mean-
Mel's doing, that was also something it's sort of like reframing. So a lot of us grow up with these perceptions of ourselves,
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm this or I'm that, and we start to see it as potentially a negative. When if you reframe it, you realize I can use this as like my superpower.
Yeah.
This can become my strength. Like as a child, I knew I was super perfectionistic. Everything had to be in the right place, which as a child drove my parents nuts.
Right, yeah.
But what it's great for is I'm great at editing. I'm great at helping with plans. I'm great at
Yeah.
strategy because I can see all the pieces and I like them all to fit.
Yeah.
And so like it's been great for my work and my career, and then even just helping friends when they need help with like, hey, I need help with this problem or this thing. Can you take a look? And my eyes can immediately gravitate to like the holes, and
You
I no
are
longer
really
see
good
it
at that.
as a weakness, as like a character flaw. Now it's
Right.
like, hey, that's my superpower. That's what I bring to the table that maybe not everyone else does. So that's something else I encourage you all, Sunnies. I know before we move on, think about that one thing, that story that you've told yourself for your whole life, or that people have told you, and how can you reframe that? How can you make that thing into your superpower? What is it that you bring to the table that nobody else does? Because that's what makes you unique, makes you special, and that's why you are here to be in this place.
I love that. That was awesome. Thank you, Ixiim. Folks, we're going to take a quick break with Maritime Creative and Flashes and Brilliance. Maritime Vibe Check!
Fresh version.
When the lights come on and the magic begins,
There's a crew behind the scenes that always wins.
Maritime Creative. They set the stage.
From sound to lights to video waves.
Big show, small space, doesn't matter a bit.
They show up, they glow up, they make it all lit.
No panic, no chaos, just smooth, clean flow.
They take a wild idea and make it glow.
need a vibe, they build it.
Have a dream, they get it.
From spark to spotlight, they never forget it.
I trust them, I love them, they come on through.
Maritime Creative, that's the real stuff, boo.
So if you want your moment to rise and shine,
Call the crew that always gets it right every time. It's Maritime. Got gold? Got silver? Got a drawer full of what even is this? Then it's time to cash in with Flashes and Brilliance, Northeast Florida's most trusted gold buyers. They're not just buying gold, they're buying silver, rare coins, fine watches, estate jewelry, and all the sparkle you forgot you had. Don't just sit on your treasure. Turn it into cash today. Call John and Steph, the pros who make it easy. 904-540-7617. It's fast, it's friendly, it's Flashes and Brilliance, because your buried treasure belongs in your bank account.
oh my God.
Sorry.
Having a day already, having a
I
day.
hit a button too
Listen,
soon.
there's a lot of organizations that depend on these event shout-outs. So let's give some emojis and comments, and let's buckle up, Buttercup, because we got Girl Gang, STA. I love Girl Gang so much.
Yes.
They tried so hard to get back on the show. It's just their work schedules couldn't make it. So let's really shine a big light on Girl Gang, because what they are doing is absolutely innovative and amazing, and making these period lockers all over town. I am not afraid to talk about this conversation because Girl Gang trained me. All right, Sonnies, this is your official sign to cancel whatever boring plans you have and make this iconic bestie memories instead, because Strawberry Social is coming in hot. This is the kind of night that mixes fun, friendship, and real impact.
And it's happening Saturday, February 7th from 6:30 to 9 p.m. at Great Goods Vintage, which is on 225 West King Street. Entry is only a $10 donation of period products. And every single item collected goes right back into our community.
And what I love about this event is how it blends joy with purpose. This is about showing up, breaking stigma, and supporting access. Something as simple as a box of pads can literally change someone's
Yes.
day, their confidence, and their comfort.
Listen, we've all been there.
Well, not you.
Well,
But I'm saying I've got a lot of girls in my life. I'm a girl guy, so I got a lot of girls in
you're
my
not
life.
wrong. You're always with the honeys.
There is a
Yes,
party
I
with
know.
this is a party with a mission, baby. So we're talking games, raffles, music, giveaways, and build a kit station.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
you're not just dancing and laughing, you're actively building care kits that'll help people right here in St. Augustine.
Yes, and it's hosted by Girl Gang and Great Good, two community powerhouses who always show up for causes that matter.
Yeah.
They're creating a safe, fun, stigma-free space to talk openly, support one another, and have a great night while they're doing it.
Yeah.
and this is one of those events that reminds us how powerful community really is when people come together with kindness and intention. Small actions really can become a big change.
All right, so grab your girls, your sisters, and your co-workers, your ride or dies, and that strawberry core outfits. Put them together, strawberry shortcake. I love that back in the day, right?
I
love
She
strawberry
was my
shortcake.
favorite.
I know. We got strawberry ice cream cone encouraging
good.
kisses.
Smell
So
good.
good. Don't they smell fantastic?
You
They are
gotta try
so
one.
sinful. So check out Strawberry Social, guys. This is a big one. Let's definitely support Girl Gang because they support all of us
Absolutely.
here in St. Augustine. And how many
Yes.
times have we been like, I need a tampon?
Okay, well, I will tell you, yesterday we walked into the studio. I had just gone to the bathroom. I come back, and all of a sudden I'm like,
I know.
and then
Nature
I'm
calls.
like, looking through my bag, I had one, and I'm like, really?
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah, David too. You like those?
Do you remember the good humor bars, the strawberry
Yes.
shortcake? humor?
Right.
That's the only ice cream I would run down.
Chief
there.
Crunchy.
Yes, that.
Strawberry Chief
When that ice cream truck was
Crunchy.
rolling by, I
Oh.
ran for these.
Me too.
So
I
good,
love
right?
it. Honestly, those are so sinfully delicious. Barbara Jean actually got some.
She did. Barbara Jean, she said they were really good.
They said they were really good.
Yes.
All right, this is a really, really cool one. This is Jimenez Facio House, which we do have Julia coming on. I think it's coming up next week. But super great conversation happening because Black History Month with immersive tours are happening. This is their final chapter. Sonny's, this one deserves a pause because it's called I Lived Here as Well. It isn't just a tour, it's a doorway into stories that history almost forgot. For sixth and their final season, the Jimenez Facio House is opening its doors for the one last powerful chapter. And when I say powerful, I mean this is the kind of experience that stays with you long after you leave. The immersive Black History Tour brings you inside a 227-year-old boarding house to meet people who lived, labored, endured, and shaped St. Augustine even when their names were never written down in the books. This is what history breathes. This is storytelling that moves. And this is a remembrance that matters.
The tour runs February 5th through the 28th with specific dates, including February 5th and 6th, 12th through the 14th, 19th through the 20th, and 26th through the 29th. All tours begin at 10 a.m. Tickets are $25 per guest, and reservations can be made online or at the Fig Tree Gift Shop at 20 Avalise Street.
Perfect.
Yes, guests will meet main characters like Louisa Williams and formerly enslaved woman freed in St. Augustine in 1862, along with portrayals of the countless enslaved and freed people who worked within those walls but were never formally acknowledged.
I love that this showcases and honors the unseen.
Yeah.
That theme
Yeah.
of I lived here as well. That's so spectacular. They're telling these
like
unheard.
haunting.
You know, and it's also like just showing that other people besides like the ones that were written out in the history books lived there. So it's telling the other side of the story. I really like that.
So you'll go room to room. I've done this before, actually, and there's like live actors that
Yeah.
portray these people that are literally like are not in history books. They were just common folk being able to
That
take
lived
care
there.
of this boarding house. But the stories, the cadence, the language, what they eat, what they do, I think that's really, really
This is really
fascinating.
cool.
Yeah.
Jimenez Facio House, absolutely incredible, incredible museum to check out in St. Augustine. So we will dive into the more of the TLDR with
Yes.
Julia coming up. Super great. Ooh, boo. So
Oh,
is this. Oh, we are looking forward to this one. Sonnies, let's talk about one of the most glamorous, heart-filled, purpose-powered nights of the year. I'm talking about the United Way Givers Gala because it's not just a party, it's a full-blown celebration of generosity, community, and doing real good.
This year's 9th annual Givers Gala is happening February 7th at Embassy Suites by Hilton on St. Augustine Beach. and it's shaping up to be an unforgettable evening of elegance, entertainment, and of course, impact.
This event really does bring beauty and meaning together. If you've ever been, it is spectacular. The ballroom looks amazing. Everyone's decked out, and it's just an amazing night about connection, gratitude, and creating these ripple effects of kindness throughout the community.
And this year's theme is like circus chic magic, which is so fun.
That's like you in a nutshell.
Big top energy. I love it. And
Are you going to do your purple velvet?
You know, I'm gonna be doing something beautiful. Yeah, the things have been ordered, so we're gonna be doing the let's see what works or who wore it best. Right?
Yes, and guys, it's like David said, it's an elegantly curated. There's that word, circus theme woven into an evening of elevated dining and entertainment, bringing together neighbors, partners, business leaders, and community champions all under one roof.
You know, your presence matters at this event, so definitely there's just a handful of tickets left. You want to check this out. I tagged in the United Way in comments right now, Sonny, so if you want to show up and show out, Mel and I will be there. It'll be a fantastic night celebrating this incredible organization that helps so many nonprofits and orgs in town. Literally, we need to rally. It's amazing what happens when we all live united.
Yeah, United Way, I think, just as an aside, I think they're such a phenomenal organization. So if you're not familiar with United Way, they are a kind of a hub for all these nonprofits, and they connect with them. United Way does a lot of fundraising and then distributes funds and resources to these nonprofits. They offer trainings and resources and workshops, and it's such just a fantastic support for the community. And I know we have a lot of like big players in our town who are part of United Way who are always so philanthropic. So
yeah, the Bailey Group, All American Air will be there.
Upchurch and Bailey.
Yes.
There's a lot of great organizations are part of this because United Way really does a great job for our St. Johns County.
Absolutely. You know, it's really cool. After my dad passed away, of course, I was like cleaning up some of his things, and I found this plaque, a United Way plaque. And I didn't know, but when I was a little kid, because you don't realize what your dad does out into the world, but he was a part of the United Way in Delaware and was one of the biggest fundraisers at the time. So that's why it's such a big, close to my heart thing. I've got to always support the United Way because my pop really believed in the mission,
That's fantastic.
which is living united. And I love their mission. It's amazing. Yeah.
You've always been a big United Way supporter.
Yes,
David,
ma'am. Yes,
day one
ma'am.
when I met you, boo.
All right. Well, how about this story, you guys? We are celebrating this story in town. The most prestigious honor a chef can got honored right here in St. Augustine. This is one of the moments where our little ancient city stands up a little bit taller because Chef Barry Honan.
Yes, so amazing.
Yes, owner of Lotus Noodle Bar has officially been named James Beard Award semifinalist for Best Chef in the South, baby.
That is phenomenal. So excited.
So good.
I know.
Let me translate it. That's like the Oscars of the chef world, to be honest with you. This is culinary royalty, Barry. He's blushing right now. This is a white jacket excellence, and yes, chef with reverence. From New York City fine dining and the Michelin star kitchens to opening up a bold, soulful, flavor-packed noodle bar here in St. Augustine, Barry built something truly special, and now the entire nation food scene is paying attention to little old St. Augustine.
Yes, you guys. So this is, let me break this down for you if you're not sure what the James Beard Award is. The James Beard Award, they're considered the most prestigious honors in American cuisine, recognizing excellence, leadership, and creativity, as well as impact. With him being named a semifinalist, already placed Chef Honan among the top chefs in the entire country. Think about how many chefs there are. So he has trained at so many amazing elite kitchens, and he's been part of 3 world-renowned, 3 Michelin star restaurants.
So special.
My sister is actually a James Beard Award winner.
That's
Is
amazing.
she really?
So now they're like colleagues together.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, let's take a quick break and say hello to our friends at Old Town Trolley and About Face Aesthetic. Sit back and relax and take it easy, baby, and let it go as Old Town Trolley's licensed and talented tour conductors share over 500 years of St. Augustine history. Guests will enjoy the city's European flavor, brick-lined streets, and sites such as the Castillo de San Marcos, the Fountain of Youth, and Henry Flagler's former Ponce de Leon Hotel. This 90-minute tour features 22 stops and covers more than 100 points of interest. Guests can use their ticket all day for on and off reboarding. You got to check out hometownpass.com. New year, same face? Absolutely not. St. Johns County and St. Augustine, it's time to put your best face forward with About Face Aesthetics. The Legends of Glow are back with their Friday facials featuring the new Fassage, their signature face massage that has locals buzzing. And if you're ready to level up your skin game, listen closely. They've got prepaid trio packages. That's pure main character energy. These 3 high-level treatments are for a very special price. And if you want more, because of course you do, boo, load up on the Beauty Bank and score 20% off of prepaid packages, or go boldly with buy 2, get 1 free, because glow should never come alone. You gotta go check out this new year, a new glow and some iconic faces at aboutface.guru. Book it today, boo. We'll see you there. And I'm going to treat myself to some of these national stories. Guys, this is a great story. You ready for this?
Ready.
Hopeful cancer breakthroughs in a generation. Pause for a second. Take a deep breath, because this is one of those stories that make your heart sit up a little straighter. After 20 years of relentless cancer research, the U.S. has officially reached a milestone that once felt impossible. 7 out of 10 people now survive cancer 5 years or longer.
Yes.
Let that sink in,
Wow.
honestly.
Yeah.
In the late 1970s, it was barely 5 out of 10. Hence why they have the horrible horoscopes, of course, right? That means millions of lives were saved, more birthdays, more graduations, weddings, and impeccable moments in life. A disease that people live with, survive, and overcome. This didn't happen by accident. This happened because scientists refused to give up. Doctors refuse to stop. Patients refuse to quit. And today, the fight is paying off. This is what progress looks like. This is what 20 years of belief in science and humanity delivers.
I will tell you, survival gains are especially dramatic once deadly cancer. So, myeloma survival jumped
Myeloma.
from 32 to 62%. Liver cancer survival increased from 7% to 22%. Lung cancer survival rose from 15 to 28%.
That's big.
So,
A lot of people are less smokers nowadays, too, so that's
I will
obviously
say
been
a lot
changing.
of improvements, early detection, targeted therapies, immunotherapy, precision medicine, major reductions in smoking. I will say my father, he did the immunotherapy. He did a double-blind study. So the immunotherapy is pretty, and then the proton therapy, that's a new thing. And then in Jacksonville, we are now one of the only clinics in the country that has specific ion. They just released that, and they showed Governor DeSantis up there flipping the switch to turn the machine on.
So
I just-
basically,
That
what
just
it'll do is detect cancerous cells in your body before they actually formulate, and we can
fantastic.
get those cells out of the body, as opposed to it just
This
turning
is-
into a deeper
This is
cancer.
such great news, because I mean, we all know somebody who's
I hate the
unfortunately
C
lost the
word.
battle with cancer.
Absolutely, my
And
grandmother.
Then, and in the last few years, I have to say, one of my friends, her mother was given 6 months to live, but she went for every trial. She found some holistic approaches, and it's been 8 years now.
That's
That's amazing.
amazing
8 years, and she is
news.
going strong.
That's
She is not
amazing.
quitting. She's still windsurfing and walking the beach every day.
Wonderful.
It's phenomenal what you can do. Like when you really like all these new medicines, all these new therapies,
Yeah.
and I think also there's an awareness of holistic things that you can do too. And she made a point that she wanted to be outside getting like fresh air, so she's
The
done
sun,
a lot.
yeah.
And like the fact that
So,
she's still here.
Going back to Inspo with the Ixiim segment and talking about taking pauses and being able to reframe things, I think sometimes life, God, universe kind of throws these curveballs. Unfortunately, sometimes it's cancer for us to wake up, to change our paradigms in life, and to refocus and reframe. What is it? I think that's why it's important for what you talked about today. Is people need to jump on the change now,
Change now.
before it turns into something egregious, and
Yeah.
really, zero in on. I'm case in point. I've got some things I need to work on as well.
Now because we often put ourselves last,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
When we take care of everybody else.
Yes,
We-
ma'am.
We do everything for everyone else, and we take care of ourselves, our body, our wellness, our mental well-being last. We kind of put ourselves last in that pecking order. And whenever you have a health scare like this or a health event, it's often that wake-up call that, wait a minute, I'm
Yeah.
important too.
Right.
And I should be
Exactly.
putting myself first too. When I
Right.
had my near-death event a few years ago,
Yeah.
I guess now a
Right,
year and a half
God's
ago,
sakes.
it was like I had allowed myself to get sucked back into the working 24 hours nonstop kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it happened earlier in my life as well. And I just thought, whoa, I got a second time telling me, like, take a pause.
Yeah.
Right.
Breathe.
Our
relax.
code word
Like,
when we need to take a pause is shimma buckaroo. Take a shimma buckaroo,
It's
boo.
like that quote I said yesterday: "Eat food as medicine," or one day you'll eat medicine as food.
That's a
that's
great
a great
one.
quote.
I love that
Yeah.
quote.
All right, let's do this one real quick. So we've got some Songwriters Hall of Fame class in 2026 was just announced. Taylor Swift made history as the youngest woman ever inducted, which is pretty amazing. She's stepping into a room that's already filled with absolute icons. We're talking about people who wrote songs that raised us, that carried us through heartbreak, that blasted our car speakers for our best summers ever, and played in the backgrounds of some of our biggest moments in life. We're talking Alanis Morissette.
You ought to know that I'm here.
To remind you. No. Kenny Loggins.
Cause you gotta cut loose.
Footloose. Got the Sunday shoes. Gene Simmons.
I
Wanna rock and roll all night and party every day. Paul Stanley.
See, he was part of Kiss
right,
too.
good
so,
one. And Christopher Tricky Stewart.
Anybody? Anybody?
Bueller.
Can we lifeline?
Bueller.
Lifeline?
Okay, he wrote Under My Umbrella, Ella,
Oh, he
Ella.
wrote it for Rihanna.
And he also wrote, I'm a single ladies.
I'm a single ladies.
I'm a single ladies. I mean, honestly, he's a pretty dope artist to be able
Yeah,
to write
that's
those
He
things.
knows how
Yeah.
to get a catchy hook in there. So,
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think that's great. So good luck.
Yes.
Great job. Write
Great
it on.
job, friend. You're doing great, sweeties. All right, here we go. And because Friday can never be complete without a good playlist for the weekend.
True.
We
So
need that.
first song up, we're doing one of my favorite songs, one of my favorite bands ever, the Rolling Stones. I can't get no
Satisfaction when I'm walking my TV. That's my Britney impression.
No.
She did a great cover
She
of that
actually
song.
really did, and she also did a good I
Yeah.
Love Rock and Roll cover
happened
too.
to her? We've seen her. We don't know.
Yes. So that famous riff was born from Keith Richards fooling around with the fuzz pedal in his sleepwear.
Oh.
Radio stations initially banned it because the lyrics were too sexually suggestive.
Oh, he was nothing. He was like lips and sex.
Yes,
That's all he
but
was.
it became the Stones' first U.S. #1 and one of rock's most iconic hooks, Born from Rebellion.
I
Yeah.
do love a Rolling Stones moment.
Yeah.
I really enjoy
Same
that.
I
here.
love
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And how about this? You did the mash. You
We did the monster mash.
The monster mash.
It's a graveyard smash.
So this was built in a few hours using bubbling water and creaky boards.
Oh.
This Halloween classic was banned in the UK for being too morbid.
Rachel.
Elvis Presley reported he didn't like it, but Boris Karloff did.
Oh.
Its creator was a Korean War veteran turned novelty star, and decades later, the song is now an annual cultural celebration.
Wow.
Spooky and inexplainable.
All right, let's
Weird.
get into sunshine shenanigans. It's like our campfire story. I love telling these.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
So this is the legend of Chestine. Look, I didn't name
What's
her,
the
okay?
name?
I didn't name her. Her name is Chestine. Chestine and
Her
Robert.
parents hate her.
It's like I think it's like probably like a family name that's like combined two different
Mom,
elements.
thank you for naming me Melody. Thanks,
And
Maria.
not Chestine.
that is making me zingara. Right back
So all the Chestines out there, I'm very apologize. Get a new name. All right, listen up. The story begins like many tragedies do, with a phone left unlocked. Our girlfriend Chestine had a sixth sense. You know the
call
one.
her like Chris.
Chestine is her name. It's her God-given name.
See.
So the little whisper in your soul that says, something in this house is lying to me. So she picked up Robert's phone just to check to weather, just some time to breathe, just to mind her own business, and then she saw it. A message thread from a name that would never reappear once the relationship has crossed the sacred line into we're trying. Sophie,
Ooh.
the ex.
With an F or a PH?
PH.
Oh.
The ghost of girlfriend's past. Chestine scrolls slowly, carefully, her pulse sinking with every swipe, and then she reads the sentence that would ignite a fire heard round the apartment complex. Sophie says, if you was my man, I would buy you better clothes.
Oh.
What?
Chestine pauses. Her eyebrow
Oh,
lifts.
hell no.
Her soul leans forward, and then she reads Robert's reply. If I was your man, I wouldn't need any.
Oh.
Silence, not a peaceful
Oh,
silence.
shots freaking fired,
Hell
dude.
yeah.
Thunderclap rearranges your entire personality moment. Chestine felt it right in the ribcage, the heart, the nervous system, the ancestral rage of every woman that has ever been disrespected by a dusty text message. She whispered, oh, so that's what we're doing today?
This is me.
So then the storms begin to roll into the room where Robert is just sitting there minding his own business, unaware that destiny had just put on steel-toed boots and kicks him in the ass. Get out, she screams. You won't need clothes to be with her. Well, I'll show you, dumbass redneck. And friends, she meant every syllable. Chestine goes full tornado mode, drawers flying, hangers screaming for their lives, shirts being snatched like they owe her money. Talk about the clothes that I'm buying you. Jeans are catching the air. Socks are experiencing their final freedom. She drags every stitch of Robert's wardrobe out onto the balcony, and that's when her eyes lock into the grill. Now, this wasn't just a grill meant for chaos. This was a grill meant for hot dogs and for burgers for innocent Sunday
Girl,
afternoons.
don't do it. It's probably too close to the house. You can burn your house.
Chestine saw destiny. She piles in the clothes from the inside, the shirts, the pants, the hoodie that he loved. Probably that one shirt that she hated that he wore anyway. She lights it. And one more powerful cinematic moment. She stands there watching the flames dance like tiny little orange justice fairies. But then the wind...
Justice
It's
fairies.
like waiting to exhale. Do you remember that scene?
Yeah, the Angela Bassett. Shout out to Erin Bassett. Hey, girl, hey. The wind shifts, the flames leaps, the balcony becomes dramatic, and then suddenly the fire says, ma'am, I'm now going to be escalating the situation. The flames climb, they creep, they sneak into places fire absolutely should not be. Chestine tries to put it out, panic sets in. The kind where logic packs its bags and leaves town too late. Before anyone can say block his number, the building is lighting up like a 4th of July. Yeah, fire alarms are screaming, neighbors are running, firefighters sliding in like action movie heroes, roofs are collapsing, ceilings are caving, people evacuating with cats, plants, and one sock. 13 apartments were damaged. 13. All because of one text message and a man who should have known better. And somewhere in the ashes, a pile of charred jeans and a relationship of regret.
They're probably Wranglers.
So let this be a lesson, Sonnies. Yeah, they're probably
Acid washed.
They definitely, yeah, they repels the fire. You may scream, you may cry, you may dramatically pack his things into a box labeled trash, but please, for the love of renter's insurance, use common sense. God.
Guys!
This was a moment she needed to take a pause.
Chestine,
Take
what
a
are you
pause,
doing?
please.
She obviously does not watch Inspo with the Sheem on
Yeah,
Fridays.
she didn't breathe that one out.
Yeah,
Chris.
chest it
You know what I
out.
learned from that story? Don't ever be friends with someone named Chestine. She's crazy. But you know what? Who else I don't want to be friends with? Jordan from Flagler Estates. Why is my pancake batter flat and sad?
Jordan, ew.
Okay, Mel, my pancakes never get fluffy. They're pale, flat, and kind of depressing. I follow the recipe exactly. Jordan, pancakes are not math.
Yeah.
They're vibes, and you kill the vibe by overmixing.
Yes.
So
you gotta keep it fluffy.
Here's Mel's culinary fix.
Okay.
Barry Honan told me I do a great pancake.
Yeah, take
so.
some notes here.
He didn't say that. I'm just saying that. Mix until just combined. Lumps are your friends with pancakes. Be sure baking powder isn't expired. Let the
True.
batter rest for 5 to 10 minutes before cooking. If your pancakes look like defeated tortillas, you stir the joy right out of them.
Yeah.
Also, you can always go buy the box mix at Publix.
Yeah.
You add a little bit of water, whiskety-doo-dah-day, you have any pancakes.
Yeah, that's kind of not a bad idea either. Might be a lot
I
easier,
think
right?
her and Chestine might need to do that. Just saying.
Justine should have made some lumpy pancakes.
Lord, Chestine should have had a Xanax before she looked at that phone.
That I will definitely give that to you, or a joint, one or the other. God bless her.
Ah!
All right, Sonnies, pause everything. This is your reminder that you were not built for small living, quiet dreaming, or polite disappearing acts. You were engineered for impact, for wonder, for the kind of presence that changes rooms and rearranges timelines. You are not behind. You are not late. You're exactly where the spark catches. This chapter isn't whispering. It's throwing the doors open and daring you to walk through like it's your own place. Take the leap. Take the risk. Take the space. Let your joy be loud. Let your boundaries be holy. And your dreams be non-negotiable. Today, you don't tiptoe through life. You arrive. And the universe adjusts its posture accordingly.
Ooh.
Beautiful. I
Snaps,
know.
I'm
We
doing
need
that.
lots of snaps.
Love
And
that.
special thanks to Ixiim for showing up to always give us that inspo and make us smile.
Love it.
And don't go drifting off, Ixiim. What time are we back?
We are back at 3 p.m. this afternoon, Sonnies. We'll be back with our little sunshine storm.
Yeah, I
Yay.
cannot wait for that. Let's shout out some of these incredible sponsors that make these shows possible.
Yes, the Bailey Group, All-American Air, Maritime Creative, Flashes and Brilliance.
Limelight Theater, Great Expectations, Realty and Auction, and Old Town Trolley.
About Face, the Pirate Museum.
Historical Colonial Tour Experience, Emma Concerts Association.
Bin 39, Panache, Capybara Cafe, and Ben & Jerry's.
We love you guys so much. Hit that share button. We'll see you back at 3. Bye,
Bye,
Sunny.
guys.
Bye.